I'm going to get started. I'm Thomas Mock, one of the sanctioned teachers, and I live in Swanton, Vermont, which is very northern tip of Vermont, 6 miles from the Canadian border. And my Canadian brothers and sisters, and we have wonderful exchanges still, all the time. Um, I want to hope that all of you had a wonderful, all of you that are mothers and all of you that, of course, have mothers. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. And I hope at some time during the weekend you were thinking of our great mother, Pachamama, whose skin we stand on every day, who feeds and nourishes us every day. And perhaps in some way, in our meditation, we can send her back some wonderful energy in honor of how well she has cared for us since the beginning of our time and probably well after our time. So um, happy Mother's Day to Pachamama, Gia, Mother Earth. Yes. And all of our moms. So I hope you had a good weekend with that. All right. So let's get started. Um, the way that I have tended to do this the last few times I've done this meditation is to take us all back, those of us who have done the level 1 apprenticeship. There are various breathing exercises that are taught, and one of those is the Kaipacha breath work. And the Kaipacha breath work involves our working with 3 energy sources: Kausai from the earth, Kanchai from the heavens, and where they meet in the center of our heart area, we create Sami energy. But before we get to that in the meditation, well, it's time for us to activate and open our sacred grounds. So if you are at your mesa, great. If you're not, just use your beautiful imagination to see your mesa, feel your artes, and join me in activating all of our sacred grounds so that we can bring ourselves into energetic harmony. Okay, and I'm going to mention some of the specific aspects of each of the direction before we tone each direction 3 times each. So we'll be obviously starting in the south, the area of the earth, of rocks, of Kausai energy for physical healing. The portal here is guarded by the anaconda and the boa constrictor, and all of the other creepy crawlers of the earth are the ones that watch over this portal. So to now ask them to join us in opening that portal to allow that energy of the earth, of Kausai, to flow to us. Please join me in closing your eyes, and we will intone Pachamama 3 times. Inhale. Pachamama. Pachamama. Now moving clockwise to the west, to Mamakilla, to the oceans, the waters of the earth, the guardians of this portal being the whale and the dolphin, the medicine here from this element of water being that of Sami Sonkai. So please join me in intoning this direction. And I forgot to ask you to please bring your hands up, either cupped up towards the heavens or pointed toward your mesa with your right hand and up to the heavens with your left hand, or towards the screen, but helping the flow of energy. Please join me in that kind of and Madra, one of those three. And we will now intone Mamakilla. Inhale. Mamakilla. Mamakilla. Now moving clockwise to the north, to the realm of the spirit world, to the heavens, the Pacha, the medicine of Panchai from the air elements, the protectors of the portal being the eagle and the condor. So join me in intoning this direction 3 times each. Inhale. We ra ko cha. We ra ko cha. We ra ko cha. And continuing in our spiral to the east, to Inti Tata, to Father Sun, the element of fire, the guardians of this portal being the jaguar and the puma, the big four-legged cats, the healing energy here being Sami Umai for higher mind. Let's intone the direction of Inti 3 times each. Inhale. E-N-T. 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 And following our clockwise spiral, now landing in the center to Quichi, to the rainbow tribe, the llama and the alpaca being the guardians to this portal. The energy here being that of Ei Nunai that comes from the heavens, which helps to heal one's purpose, their spiritual purpose for being born into this lifetime. So to open that final portal to the center, the axis mundi of our sacred ground, join me in intoning Quichi 3 times each. Inhale. Qui chi. Qui chi. Qui chi. Beautiful. Thank you. And if you are at your mesa, you could light your Eastern candle, or again, just see yourself doing that in your imagination, if not physically present with your mesa. But we will light our candles to bring that light and that energy into this circle, having now brought ourselves into greater harmony and collective intention and purpose for tonight's meditation, which will be our focusing on gathering elemental energies into our physical vessel, our bodies, And our first intention will be to release that energy to, in whatever way you are feeling called to heal some aspect of this world, this Gia, our Pachamama, the matrix of life here on this planet. Any way that you are felt called to, as I guide you through the meditation, I will instruct you as to when to release the energies to that intentional purpose for healing of some aspect of the matrix of life here. So going back to where I started with Kaipacha breath work, if you would all relax, close your eyes, go inwards, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, letting all of the busyness of today subside, allowing yourself to focus on your breath, to calm yourself, to bring yourself into the present moment, to allow all other distractions to just drift into subtle background noises, and allow yourself to just focus on my voice and the suggestions that I am creating for you as you relax into this meditation. So again, we're going to work with 3 elemental energies. We're going to begin with Kausai from the earth. So see yourself rooting yourself deeply into the earth, keeping your feet flat on the floor and visualizing and seeing and feeling your feet sinking through the floor or wherever you are into the earth herself, and really rooting yourself into the earth and opening portals at the soles of your feet and the back of your legs, and begin to allow yourself to call forth and pull up Kausai energy, this beautiful energy given to us by Mother Earth. Allow yourself to breathe that in, to pull from Pachamama this beautiful healing energy called Kausai, letting it come up through your rooted feet, past your ankles, up your shins and calves, past your knees, into your thighs, up through your hips, past your root chakra, through your sunko, your navel area, and allow it to bubble up to the area of your heart, your sacred heart center. And just feel yourself with each inhale pulling in that beautiful, supportive, physical healing energy of Kausai from the earth, drawing it all the way up to allow it to rest at the center where your heart is. And just continue to feel into that rhythm of breathing. And as you breathe in, pulling up that energy. And as you breathe out, just continuing to relax and soften and allow that beautiful supportive energy to gather in the area of your heart. And why you allow that process to continue rhythmically building on that energy, I'm going to invite you to shift your focus now to the crown of your head, to that area which is sometimes referred to the soft spot when we are first born, where our skull has not completely closed and all of the plates have joined. There's a very soft opening there, which some believe is the place in which the soul enters at the moment of our birth. Feel into that part of your crown, softening it, allowing it to open like a portal, just as you did with soles of your feet. Soften the top of your crown, opening it, allowing it to be receptive. And with that, feel yourself beginning to pull down Kanchai energy from the Hanak this beautiful shaft of light called a saiwa of light entering your body through that portal on the top of your head. This beautiful white, golden, silver, sometimes slightly purple, and in whatever way you visualize this beautiful light, feel it as it's entering your body, moving down the back of your skull past your occipital to the back of your neck, to your shoulders, spreading out across your shoulders, down your spine and down your shoulders, into the area of your sacred heart. And feel the tingling as that very light, beautiful, high vibrational energy is entering your body and beginning to also fill the upper part of your chest cavity. And just again, with every breath in, feel the energies coming from both the earth and the heaven, meeting and beginning to swirl as it gathers and mixes in your heart center, knowing that when these two sacred energies of Kausai and Kanchai meet here in the Kaipacha, Sami energy is created. That very beautiful, effervescent, animating, supporting life energy. Feel the warmth in your chest begin to grow. See a very small dot of light in the middle of your chest, right in your heart. See that light beginning to become larger as that energy of Sami is created from the blending of these two sacred energies from the above and the below. And as those energies swirl together, and this Sami energy is warming you, relaxing you, tingling in your system, moving throughout your bloodstream. Feel the glow and see the glow growing larger. And as you allow that energy to build, begin to form your thought. What is your intention? What aspect of world healing for Pachamama, for the earth, for the matrix of life? What is your intention? Create and hold that thought form, knowing that you are beginning to create a vibration just by means of the thought itself. But one of the things I will ask you when the time is right, because all of you are muted, so you don't have to be shy, you don't have to feel, uneasy. When you release the energy to whatever your intentional source for healing is to receive, I want you to speak it out loud where you're sitting, because your voice will create a vibration that will travel with that energy even more effectively than just holding a quiet thought in your head as you're sending the energy out. So having formed that thought, of what your intention is, having set your intention, breathe in to your heart center where that glow resides from this Sami energy that's been building. Breathe in and hold that thought form. And then on a count of 3, I want you to fukui and throw your hands upwards and outwards, releasing the Sami energy, and speak the name of what it is you're sending this energy to heal. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. May there be peace on earth. May we all know love and respect for one another. May we all join in love and friendship. So mote it be. Now staying in your center, quiet, relaxed, hopefully warm, maybe a little prickly from the energies. Just stay in that soft meditative state. And thank you for the light workers that you are and for the healing that you just sent from this beautiful collective circle to help heal some aspect of our dear Pachamama. I bow to you with respect and gratitude for your presence this evening and for sharing in this communal building of energy and sending forth this healing. Thank you. And now again, from this place of quiet, centered calmness, I want you to begin to again create a thought form of anything, anyone that you want to singularly send from this collective pool of energy, a healing this evening. This could be another two-legged person, could be for yourself, could be for a family member, a loved one, could be for somebody you work with. It could be any person. It could be an animal. It could be any creature, any living being. As we know, all living beings have a spirit, a soul. All can use support and healing from time to time. So begin to create your thought form of who it is you want to send this healing to. And for those of you who are familiar with from the apprenticeship of the level 1 and have a Purun Ilya, you can now call your Purun Ilya into service, telling your Purun Ilya who, what, where this healing is to occur. And you can make a decision to just send the sombra of your Purun Ilya out to do this good work in support of what you have asked, or you can travel with it, letting your sombra go, along with the sombra of your medicine piece, to either observe or support or help in this healing. I'm going to begin rattling for a period of time while you create your final intention and you send out your Purun Ilya, and you either sit as a witness and an anchor at your mesa, waiting for it to complete its process, or if not working with a Purun Ilya, whenever you feel ready, once again, pulling from your heart center, use a huge bakui, a breath that goes outward, throwing your hands out and up, releasing that energy and that intention from your heart, sending it to that which is to be receiving this healing from this circle tonight. Telling yourself connecting with that entity, whoever, whatever you have chosen. Connect with them. Help them feel the support of this healing circle by embracing their sombra from the distance. I certainly hope that any of you who felt called to also are rattling or drumming or singing or doing whatever you feel comfortable and called to that helps to create a vibration. Because again, it is the vibration that these prayers and these energies travel on. So the more of a vibrational energetic field we create as a collective, it's simply easier for that energy to travel and to be received. So as you continue in whatever way is most effective for you to send out that feeling, if you're wanting to make vibrational energetic sound, please do so. So as I slow the rattling down, softening, if you have sensitive to an area, trusting that it will come back when its work is finished, or applying it back yourself, or if your Sandra went along, please tell your Sandra back to your capsule, your energetic bubble that surrounds your physical body, bringing the Sandra back to its home, feeling the love, the beautiful love of what it means to provide healing and support and care and love to another. Feel the energy that comes from meaning, not just that container, but that vessel that the energies are moving through to provide that support and love to another. And I really do believe that anytime we give of ourselves to support, to heal, to help another, we receive back tenfold the energy. Like a Tai Chi movement that starts out slowly and swirls out But as it circles back, it comes back with 10 times the strength. Having closed your chamber back and or your fluid area, if you haven't already, I invite you to close those portals of your physical body, closing those pores in your feet, allowing your feet to retract from the earth, come back into the room that you're in, closing that portal at the crown of your head, allowing all of those areas to seal over, and allow yourself to return to just normal breathing. And as you feel into the beauty and the wonder and the magic of this loving circle and this caring for one another and the caring for our earth and for individuals or other beings that are part of the matrix of life, just take a moment to feel what that is to be in this community, to be in a sacred circle with these intentions and the beautiful, loving work that you're doing by being present here. And before you leave this quiet, meditative moment, I invite you to use your hands to reach out toward the screen and gather all of the energy and the vibrations and the love that we have created. First, with your left hand, scooping it up, bringing that to your heart, and then with your right hand, and bringing your right hand over your heart. And just pull in the energies that we have created as a collective, as one entity moving together, breathing together, moving energy together in the most beautiful, loving, moon eye ways that we know. Feel that in your heart. Step into that as the beautiful light worker. Hold that love phase ahead of you, feeling the strength, the community, the connection, the beauty of this tradition and of this work. And in service, one last time, one last gift. After you take a deep breath, and not yet, I'll let you know when to take a deep breath. I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to ask you to fukui to the heavens, releasing this energy that you've pulled in, allowing it to simply go wherever it is most needed. These energies have an amazing wisdom of their own and can do their healing work even without our intentions. So just release it to let it go where it needs to be. On the count of 3, first inhale, holding your intention, and then release it with a fukui on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And allow yourself to come back to the room with your eyes open. Just allow yourself to integrate for a moment from the work that you've just done, the energies that you've just moved. And please join me in closing the sacred ground by intoning the directions 1 time each. You can point your left hand to the screen and your right hand to your sacred ground, or both hands to the screen, whichever you feel called to. And we will now close the sacred ground in our mesas by intoning the directions one time each, starting with Pachamama. Inhale. Pachama. Ma. Ma. Ya. So cha e n t qui chi. Bring your hands out parallel over your sacred ground or reaching towards the screen. And on the count of three, giving thanks to all of the unseen that has been in support and present with us this evening, and allowing ourselves to close the portals that we activated, giving thanks to the elemental energies that have also supported us this evening, and releasing all of these energies, unseen beings, animal guides, ancestors, etc. We clap, Fukui, and the energy is closed. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I wasn't in full voice. I have a virus of some kind that's rattling around in my lungs, but I'm sure I got some help from all of you tonight with that, with this energy that you created. Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight, for your good service, your heart-centered work. Thank you. You are beautiful beings.
Thank you.